Sanibonani bantu babamake, sanibonani njani. Ngiphilile mina, I hope ngiphilile nani. I am Buhlemhlongo, becoming Dr. Buhle. Thank you for joining me on this journey. Before we get to the actual video, I'd just like to thank bantu babamake, the ones that have subscribed. Thank you so much. I truly appreciate your support. And if you are new here, and you're enjoying this space, please feel free to subscribe. Feel free to subscribe and comment on the comment section what type of content you'd like to see from me. I'll truly appreciate your suggestions and recommendations. But yeah, I think we can get straight into it. I will be looking at my phone a lot because I have my notes on my phone. Yeah, but I did put up a poll on my TikTok asking people what type of video they'd like to see. I had two options. One was more focused on productivity tips during the holidays, and the second one was 2024 academic reflections. And people voted for the productivity tips, and valid because it's December, and for us for us academic weapons, it's business as usual. So I thought it would be nice to share what I'm currently doing to keep me productive during this time and like throughout the festive season as well. So I'll be looking at my notes a lot, and I'm hoping that I don't yapaza a lot and okay, I'm hoping I'm drinking my coke. I'm hoping that I don't yapaza a lot and I get straight to the point. But yeah, as I was saying, it's not a surprise that a lot of people voted for the productivity tips video, because I think with academia, postgrad, especially those that are doing research, our lives are structured a bit differently from like coursework type of work where you have like set deadlines and stuff like that. But for us, particularly masters and PhD, you have to like develop your own structure, schedule, timeline, and all of that. And as much as we'd like to enjoy festive like everyone else and go on recess like everyone else, it's a bit different for us. It's a bit different for us. And I had accepted that defeat like a long time ago. When I started masters, I knew that okay, time for Bunanzi is over. It's chai. So I'm going to share the tips that I've been like the tips of the things I've been doing over the past couple of years to keep me straight and narrow during the holidays. And let's get straight to it. The first one, which is probably the most obvious tip, is setting deadlines, milestones, planning your work, essentially planning your work for the festive season. We have a lot of things that we get to do in research. Like you have to read, you have to write, you have to review, you have to edit. Kuninzi, it's a lot. So you need to set certain goals for yourself that, okay, and this month of December, this is what I want to achieve, and this is how I plan to achieve this thing. I'll make an example with myself. I know that by 31st of December, I want to have submitted my last 2 chapters to my supervisor. It's a new year. Those chapters are in my supervisor's inbox. Come rain or sunshine, I'm going to work tirelessly to ensure that I don't get into the new year with this chapter still with me. And this is a goal that I've set for myself last month. I was like, you know what? This has to be done. So yeah, even for you, you can like set realistic goals. Let me be clear on that. Set realistic goals on what you're trying to achieve in this season, because kuninzi and uyi-one, so you need to be realistic with your goals, so that by the 31st of December you don't get frustrated that I was planning to do this whole thing and I didn't get to do it. But if you are being realistic with your timeline, looking at the workload that you have, I think that will be very helpful. Actually, before I move to the second point, I want to put a disclaimer that whatever I'm sharing is what works for me. We all work differently and it might not apply to the next person. So yeah, if you find it helpful, kudos. But if it doesn't work for you, that's also fine. Please do feel free to share more tips on the comment section on what works for you. I'll appreciate that as well. And the second point, which is more linked to planning your work, is minimizing distraction in December. And if you live in South Africa, you know that party left, right, and center. It's a party everywhere. So it's about discipline. It's about being disciplined with yourself, knowing what you have work to do, and you need to minimize istrata. That's very important. I know not all of us have the luxury of staying alone. So other people are like traveling back home now during the holidays, and they're going to be staying with family, which is also tricky to work when you're at home, because you wake up, bantwana naba kuninzi, clean amafastero, baphuma kuphi kuphi, like there's a lot that happens when you're at home. So it's a lot difficult to focus on the work while you have family to entertain and to get to. But for me, what I've decided to do, because I'm at like the crossroads of my PhD, I've made the executive decision of not going home for the holidays, because it's focused. I want to focus on my work, so I decided not to go home this festive. And for me, that's part of me trying to really put in time on my PhD and avoid distractions. I'm not saying that my family is destructive. If they're watching this, they're going to clean me. That's not what I'm saying, but I'm trying to be realistic with what I'm trying to achieve at the end of the year. So that's why I'm not going home, because I'm trying to put in the work. I want to wake up and just study until I go to bed. That's the plan. And on minimizing distraction, there's also social media. Vlogmas left, right, and center. Everyone is vlogging. YouTube is nice, TikTok is nice, Instagram is nice. Like the socials are buzzing, and you can get lost in that process. You can literally tell yourself that I'm going to be on TikTok for 3 minutes, and then it jumps to 3 hours just scrolling. So time block and say, okay, I'm on focus time. Put your phone away. In that moment, you're like, I'm trying to focus. What I do for me, because it's much easier to get distracted with my phone, I use my phone as a timer. So if I set a working block for 50 minutes, I use my phone to set that timer. And in that way, I know that I'm not going to touch my phone. I'm not going to go to any other app apart from the app that's showing on the screen, which is the timer. Okay. I said I'm not gonna yaparaza a lot, but I've been yaparazing a lot. Number 3 is taking advantage of the quiet time. December is very quiet. There are no emails. If you want pity, you have to go outside. That's how you get is pity. But there by emails, it's very quiet. That is your time to really focus on the creative writing, because no one is really distracting you unless you go out there looking for it. So yeah, the third point will be really taking advantage of the quiet time. Okay, the fourth one will be taking care of yourself. taking care of your well-being. I know I've been saying be disciplined and all of that, but there's also you. You're also a human being, and you didn't get a break the whole year. You didn't get the break the whole year. So if you manage to plan your work accordingly, you can find a weekend where you're like, okay, this is my PhD free, my master's free weekend. I'm going to socialize. I'm going to connect with family. I'm going to connect with friends. I'm going to go out there and do the things that I enjoy doing outside of school. So don't lose that. Don't lose that during that time. Don't isolate yourself to a point where you feel mentally frustrated by your work because you're like, it's taking so much out of you, like including your social life. Try and plan your work accordingly so that you give yourself breaks to go do the things you love. And I'm someone that's very big on exercising, going to the gym and all of that. No matter how busy I am, I'll get that 30 minutes to go to the gym or go for a walk because it's important to get like my brain sort of like, what's the word? To get my brain sort of like busy, not busy, slow. I just lost the word. But anyways, I guess you guys get what I mean. Like getting outside, getting a bit of fresh air. I'm so mad at myself for missing the word. But it's fine. It's fine. But yeah, take care of yourself. Go out, get some fresh air. Go to the gym. Eat clean. Oh, I think the eating clean part is very tricky because it's 7 colors everywhere. It's 7 colors everywhere, but I don't know for everyone else, but for me, what I consume contributes a lot to how I sort of like perform throughout the day. If I wake up ngemagwinya, chances are I'll be sleepy by 1. But if I wake up and eat oats or have a smoothie, I become more productive because I'm not as heavy. My body is not as heavy. So as much as you want to enjoy your 7 colors, zama mntawethu, zama. Eat clean. It's very hot also. Drink your water. As much as you want the caffeine, the coffee, the score, the monster, the bioplus, zonke. That's how we survive. But drink the water because it's very hot. Let me see if there's anything else that I'm missing. But yeah, I think those are those steps that I will be taking during this time to make sure that I become a warrior. Zwabu. And academic weapon, I maximize this sort of like free holiday that we get to have at the end of the year. Yeah, I know it's sad. I know it's frustrating that I have to stay in Cape Town for the holidays because of my PhD, but I'm also positive that it will come to a point where I don't have to do school anymore. I'll have all the time in the world to do everything that I like. But for now, and for this period, finishing my PhD it's there as it's my priority. But yeah, if you are working these holidays, I wish you all the best. I'm sending you all the virtual hugs. I'm sending you the strength, and I pray that God be with you, and I pray that there be no distraction. I pray that you have wisdom and understanding of your work. I pray that you are as productive as you wish to be, and I wish you nothing but the best, and I wish you very beautiful holidays. If you're traveling back home, please enjoy the time with your family And if you manage to get a chance there and there to do your work, try and maximize that time. But yeah, thank you so much guys for watching this far. I'm not sure how long this video is, but I'm hoping it's not too long. And if you wish to see more of this type of content, like sit downs where we can have a conversation, please do recommend in the comment section what type of content you'd like to see. For now, we'll meet in the next video. Thank you so much.